This is the second day of the Africa CEO Forum 2018, which is taking place in Abidjan, Cote d'Ivoire. And this year, one of the big themes is the effect of this artificial intelligence. Business leaders are having to ask themselves if these disruptions are a threat or an opportunity. One of the panel discussions at the forum focused on this issue, with one of the speakers being the chairman of Masmat, Dlamini. The SABC's Ndoro is in Abidjan, and he caught up with Dlamini soon after the discussion.
Embrace it as an opportunity without being naive that there are threats and there are certain risks that come with it. We should look at the opportunity side of the equation. The opportunity side of the equation is for us to embrace the fourth industrial revolution, adopt the best practices that are there, but go beyond that and start asking ourselves, how can we be pioneers as Africans in the fourth industrial revolution? The last two industrial revolutions, Africans were not able to participate because they were either colonized or still under apartheid. Now, most of Africa, if not all African countries, with the exception of one here and there, are free and they are able to participate as equals. And the risk we can make is to be followers. We need to ask ourselves, how can we really make sure that we produce our own Mark Zuckerbergs who start the likes of Facebook? How do we make sure that the likes of Elon Musk don't have to go to the United States in order to achieve the success that they've achieved? Then this leads us to the issue of creating the right ecosystems that enable young Africans across the continent to be able to pursue their dreams, to be able to unleash their full potential. And that requires business leaders across the continent, government leaders across the continent, and organs of civil societies, universities and think tanks to work together to create the Silicon Valley type environment that has enabled the likes of Zuckerberg to emerge.
Well, talking about ecosystems, the fear is that a lot of jobs are going to be lost with this technological disruption. How do we manage that? Because there are people who've only known the work that they know. With automation, robotics, and mechanizing the workplace, how do we manage the loss of jobs?
If we look at economic history, the fear of jobs being replaced by technology has always been there, even during the third or second or first industrial revolution. It will always be there. The issue is, how do we make sure that we retrain old workers for new jobs, and of course recalibrate our curricula for the young workers that we are grooming for the future to have relevant skills for the jobs of the future. There is a high risk and a serious risk that we are training people for jobs that will not be there. My view is that as productivity improves, jobs may be lost in one industry, but they'll be created elsewhere. There are new value chains that are unleashed, and those value chains create spaces for people to get new jobs. And the key thing is to make sure that young and old workers have the relevant skills that are required in the fourth industrial revolution.
Now take a look at how the markets are doing.